You already know that thousands of years ago, dinosaurs used to exist in this world. But you've probably never seen pictures of dinosaurs captured by a camera, because cameras hadn't been invented back then, and there were no humans in that era either. But when cameras were invented in the 1800s, animal documentation changed a lot after that. In today's video, I'll show you the last photos of 5 extinct animals ever captured on camera number 5, quagga. At first glance, this quagga looked like a hybrid of a horse and a zebra, but they were actually a subspecies of today's zebra. Their bodies had a unique kind of stripe pattern that looked totally different from a regular zebra. They were only found in regions of South Africa. Friends, from the 1600s to the 1700s, there were ongoing wars between England and the Netherlands. But when peace was made in the 1800s between the Dutch and the British, that's when they began to hunt quagga successively. Eventually, in 1878, they were declared extinct. You can see the last photo of the quagga on the screen. This was a picture of a female quagga that was captured at the Amsterdam Zoo in the Netherlands. After her death, the zoo decided to bring in another one. But unfortunately, it was discovered that because of humans, they had completely disappeared from the world. Number 4, passenger pigeon. These pigeons used to fly across the skies of North America about 100 years ago. They would fly in such huge groups that they used to cover the entire sky. You can imagine their population by the fact that it would take them hours to pass overhead. This means that back then, they existed in the billion. But when the people of North America realized they could get them freely and in massive quantities, they started making these pigeons their lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Once they started being hunted on a daily basis, their numbers slowly began to decrease. And then, before anyone knew it, they were gone from the world forever. You can also see a photo of a captured passenger pigeon on the screen. This was a female pigeon named Martha, who was kept at the Cincinnati Zoo in the USA. When Martha died on September 1st, 1914, the species was then declared extinct. Number 3, Carolina parakeet. This used to be one of the most beautiful parrot species which lived in the forests of the southeastern United States. Their diet mostly consisted of fruits and seeds. They especially liked eating the seeds of a plant called cocklebur. These seeds were highly toxic, and because of eating them, the parakeets themselves became poisonous. But the reason for their extinction was something else. In the early 1900s, people in the US really liked clothes made from real animal skin or feathers. At that time, there was a special kind of hat that used to have parakeet feathers on it. Because of this, hunting parakeets had become very common. Their feathers started being sold in markets and used for fashion. At the same time, they would come into farmlands looking for seeds and eat crops. So farmers also began killing them. And before long, at the hands of humans, this beautiful parrot also went extinct. This picture is of the world's last Carolina parakeet, which was captured by a real camera in 1918. You'll be shocked to know that this parakeet was kept in the same cage as the last passenger pigeon number 2, Thyloine. This animal was also known as the Tasmanian tiger, or the Tasmanian wolf. But it had no real relation to tigers or wolves. As the name suggests, they were found in Tasmania and also in Australia. These were carnivorous marsupials. Marsupials are animals whose babies spend their early days in their mother's pouch. They used to hunt and eat animals smaller than themselves. There are 2 main factors behind their extinction. One was a dog breed called dingo. These dingo dogs didn't originally belong to Australia, but were brought and released into the wild by humans. Because of the dingoes, competition for food increased, and thylacines went extinct in Australia nearly 3,000 years ago. The second reason for their extinction was the government of Tasmania. After disappearing from Australia, the remaining population in Tasmania became a threat to smaller animals. To maintain the ecosystem, the Tasmanian government ordered them to be killed. And because of that, they were wiped out over time. The picture you're seeing right now is of the world's last female thylacine, who is kept at the Hobart Zoo in Tasmania. But unfortunately, even she became extinct at the hands of the Tasmanian government. Number 1. golden toad. First of all, make the mistake of thinking they're frogs, because toads and frogs are two different types of amphibians. These were found only and only in the rainforests of Costa Rica. Their color used to be very bright. They were first discovered in 1966, but in the 1980s, when their population was counted, only 10 to 11 toads were found throughout the entire rainforest. Then again, in 1989, when the population was recorded, only 1 toad was found in the entire rainforest. For years, the search continued across the whole rainforest, and finally, in 2004, they were declared extinct. The reason behind their fast extinction was a disease called amphibian chytrid. In this disease, the toad's skin starts to rot. And since amphibians breathed through their skin, they couldn't survive the disease and went extinct. Even today, many amphibians are affected by this disease. On the screen, you can see a picture of the last 10 golden toads in the world captured by Dr. J. Savage, and I hope you found this video informative. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.